You gotta understand, DeMar just isn't a mid-range assassin. He is also a foul baiter, and this is one of the ways he's able to do so. Right. So he gets off the screen right here, Siakam on the trail, and now you see all those arms caught up. Boom, he gets it right there with the foul. Understand this next angle. You're gonna see it even better. This is one of the two ways as to which he's able to get downhill and draw these fouls, which is then gonna open up his mid-range because it's gonna make the defenders be a little more conservative. Right? Watch this. You got Siakam on the trail. He's not tight on his hip, just extending out there, little hand check. So DeMar leaves that hand behind his frame, and now, boom, he just goes up. He hooks it a little bit, but it's not as obvious as like James Harden would do it, and that's why they did patch that move in itself. But DeMar was able to switch it up just a little bit, not make it so obvious, and still get those calls. DeMar not only plays face up, he plays back to the basket as well. And so when he got little mismatches like this, right, patience is vital, right? You got Miles Turner coming over on the double. DeMar's patience is extremely important because that's what's going to get him that foul. And so understand what he read out of Miles Turner in this situation. When he comes to send this double, off the dribble, which is probably in their game plan, he now takes a second dribble and sees the angle as to which Turner decides to go and double. And now in doing so, he leaves this gap right there. Turner sees that ball. He reaches. Now he gets that foul. He goes to the free throw line. This is what differentiates DeMar's mid-range game as a whole. Because a lot of y'all would pick up your dribble would be dead, and then you're like, I got nothing, I got to pass it. DeMar, on the other hand, although his dribble is dead, his mind is not. Continuously flowing, finding angles, and finding new gaps to be able to get to where he wants to get to. Look, this is how you can spam the same move and cook somebody. DeMar got Jarris Walker on him, right? Double tween, boom, picks it up, don't got the shot, give it up, get back. He about to do the same shit. Watch DeMar again. Look, same pickup. Now he goes. Because on that last one, he did the same size up and realized, oh shoot, he's guarding the shot. So I'm going to go the same size up. Oh shoot, get into the drive. Playing in layers. And like I said before, his mind is continuously working when the ball is dead. And now he gets that lay, finds an angle. Any player, if you want to be a scorer, whether it's from three, that's your best part, or from mid-range, you got to have gravity at the rim. You got to be really good at the rim. And so with DeMar, you'll even see that when he does get in this range, when he has the opportunity, finish right, left, finish through contact, around contact, don't matter because the rim is really what's most important. Because if you're not good at scoring there, they're just going to always lead you there. And now you won't have the space to be able to actually use the mid-range or use the three. So, like we know with DeMar, he's going to seek a lot of fouls that'll help to open up his mid-range game. But in situations like this, it's vital to understand when must I continue to try to get a foul versus when I should not. Because you see Aaron Nesmith pulled his hands back. Great defensive instinct. So now what does he do instead of trying to get the shot? Pass it up to Dosunmu in the corner. And so he doesn't limit his options and understands when he should hold that trigger back in situations where he does seek a foul, which keeps him efficient. This is the second way DeMar likes to bait fouls when he attacks the rim. So notice his left arm, right? Notice. That's where he gets it. I got a better look, but just see how this play turns out. Because he throws that up one hand and he gets the foul call, right? Let me slow this down even more because there's a replay, bro. It's crazy. Understand. You got to see where he puts his arm and how he positions his body. He turns that front shoulder, one, right? And now once he gets here, he gets that arm into the rib cage instead of trying to get up here like James Harden be doing and from behind and then hooking, right? So now he gets it there that first time. Could have called it there maybe. But now he ends up getting there a second time, and now he ends up going up with one hand. If that last play might have irked you a little bit, this is pure buckets. Understand, right? Now even slow this down a little more, right? Understand. Once he gets into this post, a lot of players, when they make this bump, they disassociate the bump and the step back. What DeMar does is he bumps and steps back, and then once he gets into that space, the defender is still trying to get balance from that bump. So now he goes up for that shot, no contest, because the foul, bucket. Even understand this, right? You got Halliburton on that hedge, and now you got Obi Toppin recovering. DeMar, I don't even think y'all understand how unorthodox that rhythm is right there. That rhythm is so unorthodox, which makes him even tougher to guard because you don't know if he's going to shoot or if he's just going to pump fake or whatever he's going to do. So understand, right? Left hand, step in with the right hezzy pull up. That's tough. So now Obi Toppin, he jumps for a second, but it's a pump fake. You probably thought he was about to shoot it. And so now he takes away the fast twitch Obi Toppin has to be able to go up and contest, and finds rhythm in that shot, so now he could be able to get that bucket from the mid-range. If you play in the mid-range, you gotta add this into your bag. Look at DeMar, right? Siakam comes off the screen, boom, a little bit of contact. And as DeMar begins to eat up space, watch Siakam's base. He hits that tween to the right, drops the base back. As soon as he hits that tween, notice what he does now. Add this. Low rip through, all in one rhythm, 2 steps. He doesn't even continue to go through because he knew he fouled him. Defensive habit is for them to stop as soon as they even hit your arm. They don't even finish and continue throughout the play. You got Caruso setting this screen, right? He got the double with Halliburton. Gives it up, but he's going to end up getting it back. And this is what's going to allow DeMar to be a better mid-range player. Because if you want to get into the mid-range from the outside, you must drive. And when DeMar decides to actually go and drive, he's always going to seek contact, put a lot of pressure on the refs, and force the defenders that guard him to now be more conservative. And so now if you think that's not a foul, look at this other angle. This is just because of physicality and the contact. Look, he's getting it right. You got Neesmith right here. Notice this right arm, I believe, at this point in time as he gets up. Got that hook right there. The ref from the top called that foul. So now they could just see that. And now you're getting closer to the bonus, and it's only going to work for the betterment of you. There's 2 ways you could beat a defender, right? Look at Jarris Walker. So at this point in time, when you make this go, the most common way is that you already blow past the defender. But there's this also the second one, right? Where on the first one, where you get that blow by, you just go and get an easy layup. But when you do got somebody beat off the dribble, when you do get them to now break their base instead of just blowing by them, and yet they're still in front of you, you can't just go and decide to get a layup. You must now go decide to do this, which is seek contact, which will now make sure you beat your defender and you get that layup. But a lot of y'all be scared of the contact. You see it on that last play, same set. You got past Jarris Walker. That finishing is what's going to also open up the mid-range. Because now, screen happens. You get on the Justin Smith, I believe his name is. And just watch what he does, bro. Watch this shit right here. Little plays like this is like, yo, you're just dumb. Look at this. Like, really look at this close-up. Really look at this close-up. And it be things like this where defenders begin to complain and say, bro, it's not a foul. Why are you calling so many fouls? You're literally choosing to foul him. Because who was the one to tell you to decide to go and hand check DeMar DeRozan like this? Nobody except yourself. So you could only blame yourself. Don't look at the referees no more. You knew exactly what you're going to do when you see that arm, and you still did it. So you know DeMar's got a lethal pump fake, right? And he's also got immaculate pace like we've seen thus far throughout the video, and you see when he hoops. And so now in situations like this, right, where he decides to now get to a spot where he can shoot and he's about to actually shoot, the threat of his pump fake and the pace he plays with forces defenders to get a late contest. And you know, for any NBA player, once they get the ball here, it's GG's. At that point, it's robotic, it's automatic, and now you just play the odds and he got that bucket. This is an anomaly in basketball because understand where DeMar DeRozan is right now. He's on the sideline, and this is the one spot on the floor where you can do this one thing, which is being able to get closer to the rim and face absolutely no resistance if you go down that sideline. That's the only spot on the floor you could literally do that one thing. And so now what that allows DeMar to do is to get himself in more of a position to be a threat and draw over a double team. And so usually it may end up being a time like this where the ball does get swung around, and now it may end up being a 3. He was literally one pass or one dribble too late to Sumu, but then now he takes that and now he had to rush that shot. But even understand that concept. There's no other angle you could go on basketball to where you could get closer to the rim and face no resistance, right? DeMar, boom, from the line, hits the first one. But this is where a lot of players also fuck up, right? They don't know how to miss this to get the ball back. But DeMar DeRozan, notice what he does, right? A lot of people be like, let me hit the rim straight on so it gets right back to us. This accuracy and precision, back rim, and the loft up, top end hits it out of bounds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They got the ball right back, and guess what time it is for DeMar, man? Guess what time it is for DeMar? And I want y'all to understand this about plays, right? They're running a baseline out of bounds set to win the game. They down by 2, or to get the game to overtime or to win the game, right? And so what a lot of y'all would do is just be DeMar in this situation, and you'll probably just end up running off this down screen. But notice what Siakam does. He jumps out and takes away that down screen. So what does DeMar do? Boom. I break the play. I find the gap. I get this curl along the baseline. Boom, shot, bucket. Tough. You got to break plays if you want to be a player.